Hello, and welcome to this Trimble Access Pipelines video tutorial on how to set up attributes to make the tally form smarter. The How to Create a Pipeline Tally video describes how to create a tally. What I would like to explain now is how to use a feature and attribute library to make the fields on the tally form obey the rules configured in the feature and attribute library. The tally file is a simple CSV file. The first row is the header line with the names of the columns in the tally file. The names is simply the attribute types you are collecting. If you are not using a feature and attribute library with names that match the tally, then the fields you enter tally information into are simple text fields. There are no rules or restrictions around what you can enter. When using a tally file in conjunction with a feature code library, you can create drop-down lists to select from, and you can configure number ranges to help with the creation and validation of tally data. The image displayed shows a small sample tally file. In this example, we could create a drop-down list of pipe diameters, or wall thickness is typically used, or manufacturer names and coating types. We could set a range or maximum value for number fields, such as pipe lengths, to trap fat finger mistakes. Additionally, you can also set fields as entry required to ensure the data is captured. So how are the attribute properties configured in the feature code library linked to the column names in the CSV tally files? This is done by matching the tally column name to the attribute name. For the tally file to assume the properties of the feature code library, the names in the header of the tally CSV file must match almost exactly to the attribute names in the feature code library. The name matching is not case sensitive, but otherwise they need to be the same. The easiest way to do this is to set up a code called say tally in the feature code library and create matching attribute names that have the properties required. Alternatively, you can leave pipelines to find the first matching name in the feature code library. If you look at the table displayed, you can see the headings of my tally file listed in the first column. In the second column, you can see the feature code library code I have created. In the third column, I have listed the properties I assigned to the attributes. The length field is set up to do a check on all lengths entered. It is set to ensure the length is always entered and it fits within an appropriate range, and is always recorded to one decimal place. Enter 200 and you are told you have exceeded the acceptable range. Enter 50 and 50.0 will be recorded. The diameter, wall thickness, manufacturer and coating are all set up with drop-down lists to choose from. When I tap in these fields, you can see the options available to choose from. All the fields are set up for entry required, which mean the fields must be completed, except for the comments field. I haven't included comments in the feature code library as there was nothing special I wanted to configure for this. If you wanted to limit the maximum length of comments entered, you could have set this up. In the Create Tally screen, you will see all the fields for tally displayed. I deliberately used caps for the names in the feature code library and lowercase names in the tally file. You can see that the names in the tally form displayed are all uppercase and therefore have the properties applied from the feature code library. The only exception here is the comments field. To recap briefly, if you have attribute names in the feature code library that match the names in the heading of the tally file, then when creating a tally, the properties of the attributes in the feature code library will be used to validate the attributes recorded in the tally, thus simplifying data entry and improving data quality. This completes our video explaining how to use attributes to make the tally form smarter. Please see the link displayed for more information about Trimble Access Pipelines. Thank you.